At the beginning, middle and end of each unit, we're going to fill out a self-assessment chart like this on one of these radar diagrams. We've identified 6 areas that we think are really important for music and which you will be developing and where you can focus. Your teacher will give you at the start of each scheme of work 1 sentence to do with each of them, and they'll be shared every week on the whiteboard at the start of the lesson. For example, for the singing, it might say, I can sing in time with my friends. For performing, it might be, I can perform confidently. Listening might be, I can identify weaknesses in my work and suggest developments, etc. At the start of the unit, you'll look at those 6 statements. If you're working towards it, if it means you're not quite there, you'll give yourself a 1. If you're working at, as in you think, I can definitely do that statement, give yourself a 2. And if you're working beyond that, if you think, I can do that and more, give yourself a 3. So I might give myself a 1 for the statement on singing, performing. I might think, I'm at where my teacher wants me to do for listening, but I still have a way to go on the other 3. And once I've done those dots, I'll then just connect them up and colour the middle bit in. That will be the beginning of that unit. Halfway through the unit, my teacher will give me an opportunity based on oral feedback or the work that I've done to fill this out again, and perhaps I've made improvement in some areas, stayed the same in others, and again, you'll fill that in. So on this, you can see for this learner, they think that they're working at what's expected of them by the teacher. They can complete the statements given to them basically on 5 out of the 6 areas. And this would mean that for the last 3 weeks of this unit or this scheme of work, they know they need to focus on their composing part because that's the weak bit. That then at the end of the unit, when they've done their final performance or handed in their final piece of work, they'll fill this in again. And you can see perhaps they're working beyond on a couple of the areas, they're working at what's expected of the teacher, but perhaps they've made an improvement in composing and now they're working at the level expected for that. And then they'll colour that bit in. And you can see it's a really clear way of seeing where you've done really well, where you've done better than expected, how you've improved over time, and perhaps the areas that you would need to focus on in the next unit. So for this learner, it might be developing their singing and working on their improvising and composing.